Welcome to the world of authorization design. In the digital age, we rely on applications and systems for almost everything. These systems often hold sensitive data. Authorization is key to making sure only the right people access this data. Imagine a world without authorization. Anyone could access your bank account, read your private messages, or even control your smart home devices. That's a scary thought, right? Authorization acts like a security guard, carefully checking credentials before granting access. It determines whether you're allowed to perform a specific action, like viewing a document or making a transaction. This essay breaks down the core components of authorization design, making it easy for anyone to understand. Get ready to dive in. Please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. In an increasingly interconnected world, data breaches and cyber attacks are on the rise. Authorization serves as a critical line of defense, protecting sensitive information and systems from unauthorized access. Without proper authorization mechanisms, organizations risk exposing their data, facing financial losses, and damaging their reputation. Imagine a hospital where anyone could access patient records, or a company where employees could view each other's salaries. Authorization ensures that only authorized individuals can access specific resources, maintaining privacy, confidentiality, and system integrity. It's like having a lock and key for the digital world. By implementing robust authorization mechanisms, we can create a more secure online experience, safeguarding our data and privacy from malicious actors. Policies form the backbone of authorization design. Think of them as the rules that govern access to resources. These rules determine who can access what, under what circumstances. A policy outlines the conditions that must be met for a user to be granted access. For example, a policy might state that only employees in the finance department can access payroll information. Policies can be simple or complex, depending on the sensitivity of the resources being protected. They can be based on factors like user roles, groups, time of day, or even the location of the user. By defining clear and comprehensive policies, organizations can effectively control access to their valuable assets. Once a policy is in place, the next step is to determine the effect of the authorization decision. In simple terms, this means deciding whether to allow or deny access to the requested resource. If all the conditions specified in the policy are met, the effect will be allow, granting the user access. However, if even one condition is not met, the effect will be deny, preventing access. It's like a traffic light. Green means go, allow, and red means stop, deny. The effect is the final outcome of the authorization process. By clearly defining the effects of authorization decisions, organizations can enforce access control and maintain the security of their systems. Section 5. Decoding the request. Before an authorization decision can be made, the system needs to understand what the user is requesting. This is where the request comes in. The request is essentially a message that contains information about the user, the action they want to perform, and the resource they want to access. For example, a request might be, John from the marketing department wants to edit the company's website. The request provides the necessary context for the authorization system to evaluate the user's permissions. Section 6. Matchmakers of authorization matches. Matches play a crucial role in authorization by comparing the information in the request to the conditions outlined in the policy. They act as matchmakers, determining whether the user's attributes and the requested action align with the policy rules. Matches can be simple, like checking if the user's role is admin, or more complex, like evaluating regular expressions or comparing dates and times. They ensure that only requests that meet the specific criteria outlined in the policy are granted access. For example, a matcher might verify if the user's IP address is within a specific range, ensuring that only users from authorized locations can access the resource. Matchers are the gatekeepers of authorization, carefully scrutinizing each request to maintain system security. Section 7. Real-world example: accessing bank accounts. Let's illustrate these concepts with a real-world example. Accessing your online bank account. When you try to log in, the bank's authorization system swings into action. First, it checks your login credentials, username and password, to verify your identity. This is authentication, a separate but related process. Once your identity is confirmed, the authorization process begins. The system retrieves your account information and permissions, which are defined by the bank's policies. For instance, you might have permission to view your account balance, transfer funds between your accounts, but not to approve large transactions or make changes to your account details. If you try to perform an action that exceeds your permissions, the authorization system will deny your request. This ensures that you can only access and modify the information and features that you are authorized to use. Section 8, ABAC versus RBAC, a tale of two models. There are two main models for implementing authorization: attribute-based access control, ABAC, and role-based access control, RBAC. RBAC is like assigning roles in a play. Each user is assigned a role, such as viewer, editor, or administrator, and each role has a predefined set of permissions. This model is simple to implement and manage, but can be inflexible when dealing with complex access control scenarios. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.